welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So this is my review recap, y'all. Tyler Perry Sistas, Beautiful Liar, Season 7, Episode 20. Baby, listen, y'all. It's been a minute, honey, since we've been out here in these sister street. And it's still a whole ass mess, okay? Can we all just get together? I know everybody keeps saying, call madam, call madam, call madam, and I love me some madam, and I wouldn't mind seeing her come and take out Gary, but can we really just touch and agree that this whole party could have got together and we could have just been jigging, okay, non-stop and tossed damn Gary out the freaking window. We don't know what happened, baby. He fell into some damn knives and he fell out the freaking window. Can we just touch and agree and say that? Because I'm tired of damn Gary and his shenanigans and everybody acting like they're so damn scared and terrified of him. For Andy to be a damn lawyer child, and we always know she a little slow. We know that she do the back and forth in and out all around with damn Gary, but obviously we can see if we real damn friends and we've been rocking with this person that something else is going on here, baby. It is very much giving bleak twice if you need damn help. She looked like a freaking hostage standing there. You gonna tell me none of her freaking friends noticed this and Fatima's the only one that's able to stay behind to talk to her girl? Child, if y'all don't stop playing in my damn face. Meanwhile, of course, we gonna have Maurice doing his usual whoopty-whoopty-woo, and we gonna have Hayden getting caught out there, baby. Not the damn gray hairs what we talking about, baby. She said it was glitter coming out her coochie. Miss Marie, you gonna stop playing with me too, okay? And told Jack on tomorrow to fix her damn teeth. Child, when I say it's a mess, it's a mess. Can we get rid of Tony and Rich? I really don't need them. I don't need to see them anymore. They don't do anything for me whatsoever. Rich, you know damn well you didn't want no freaking kids, but now all of a sudden when you're feeling threatened that somebody else new has came along, you saying maybe this is the right woman and the woman that I wanted all along. What the hell am I doing? Okay, you getting your wake-up call. And Tony, bitch, you know damn well what your ex-wife is doing, so either you in or you out. Like, let's stop playing games. Let's stop acting like we damn slow. I am sick of it all, y'all, okay? Sick of it all. My God, today. So, y'all, of course, it's been a minute. I have not been here for the last 2 episodes. I just wanted to do like a quick rundown of some of the things that went down in this episode and just touch a little bit, you know, for me. Of course, this is episode 20, so episode 18 did not really give me much. This was when we first had, you know, Gary come over and pretty much let Andy know that she had to make this decision, this choice, that he was bugging, you know, her house and her, technically his house, because he still damn own it, you know, and Jordan's house, and, you know, made these threats and the mob and all this info that he got, and if she didn't marry him, you know, basically he was going to expose, you know, Jordan and take him down and make him pay for everything, right? We also have this moment where Karen is finding some type of solace between her, Danny, and Zach or whatever, and Danny actually kind of has like a, you know, where she have to defend herself now to Tony's ex-wife and try to prove that she really is the one for him and that this is serious and that, you know, she's doing right by his kids. And you pretty much have Tony's wife letting her know that, baby, I declare war, okay? I'm going to be coming and I'm trying to get my man back. We also have Sabrina meet this completely freaking stranger that's gonna give her these damn babies all of a sudden, and we just like okay with it, even though we don't know him from a hole in the wall. Of course, we meet him with him supposedly wanting to do this interview on her, okay, in a professional way, but then we may be getting into a friendship, and then we may also have this surprising opportunity where he just so happens to feel like, you know, Karen and sharing, and I want to go ahead and share my damn sperm with you, okay? And of course, we have Gary end up hopping up at the daggone baby shower. I did think the baby shower was cute. I like the fact that we finally was getting grown things between, you know, Karen and Fatima. We was getting grown things between Aaron and, you know, Zach. We found out that they having these 2 girls. Okay, so child, obviously, damn Fatima, you along for the ride, baby. You along for the ride. That's a whole nother story right within itself. And we actually was all getting along and having a good time until Gary came and made this announcement and just busted up the whole damn shower. And of course, we all confused. We trying to figure out how the hell you just broke up with Jordan 5 seconds ago and you trying to tell us you going back to Gary again. Now, on the one hand, I do get the history and the fact that Andy did have this, habit of always going back and forth to Gary. So it wouldn't, I guess, seem too outrageous on one hand that she could possibly be going back to him again. But then knowing what he did to her, to all of them, to Jordan, to his sister and all of that, it just really does not make sense at the same time. And like I said, you clearly see the damn look on her freaking face that she's looking scared. And none of the rest of us are scared. We pretty much telling him he needs to get the hell up out of here. We like, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And in 1 minute he talking about how he inviting them to the wedding. Next minute he talking about backseas. I don't want y'all here no more. I don't want no hood rats in my damn wedding. He basically calling out Karen like, don't you got two menses that you messing with? Now, I ain't gonna lie, it did make me laugh when Maurice was like, not him saying menses. That was giving very much gay and very much, spicy, but he talking about he like it. Now, he's saying to them, like, where the bar at? This is Gary. I need a strong drink. I can't believe I'm standing around here in this mess or whatever. Let's not forget that this is my penthouse and I still own it. And all of y'all, I let y'all use it for this baby shower, whatever the case may be. And he just basically, Gary is Gary, and he's being his usual self. Is nothing, surprising about it. And you got Karen 1 minute ready to go at him. Fatima ready to go at him. Zach ready to go at him, Rich literally saying like, listen, Zach, me and you could jump him, and since this is your shower, I will let you go first. And I was like, yes, why are we not doing that? Like, I would not have been mad if everybody would have just gathered around and we just take turns stomping him the hell out. Like, who gonna tell? I'm not. Okay, so of course, they just have Andy saying, Gary, please, can I just talk to you later? I'm going to meet you. I'm going to call you. You got Sabrina stepping up, like, get off of my friend. He talking about he hope everybody have a horrible night, and he going to go ahead and take his good ass champagne back because everybody has been rude to him or whatever, right? And he gets on the elevator to leave, and we still trying to understand, Andy, how the hell did we get here? How are you telling us you're back with him? Because, she admits like, oh, yes, this is the truth. He's not lying. I am with him and we are getting married. And I know some of y'all may not agree with this, but this is what we're going to do. And you don't have to like it and you don't have to agree with it. It's my choice. And so they go in the bedroom with her to talk to her, and they're still pretty much like, okay, Andy, it's just us now. Okay, tell me that this isn't so. Tell me this is fake news. Like, what is the truth, girl? How the hell did we get back here? And don't tell me that you were seeing Jordan this whole time and lying to him and then still messing with Gary too. And she's telling them, yeah, Danny is saying seeing him makes her blood boil and we can't believe this. And we done crossed this line before, and how she wanted to wipe the smile off his damn face, and we're all in agreement, like, Fatima saying you and me both, okay? So now it was funny too, because we actually had Karen and Fatima kind of bonding even more, because we all hate damn Gary. If we can't agree with nothing else, we can agree with that. But she's going on and on and on saying, yes, this is real. I do love him. I know y'all don't like this. I am going to marry him. And she's just playing the game. And I'm figuring that she's playing this game because we did hear him say that he has her place bugged as well. And so pretty much even if he left and she told all of them, he would know about it. But at this point, I also feel like, so what, girl? Like, tell them the damn truth. Let them in on it. Who cares if he is? I hate the fact that he has this much power and fear over her. But then that didn't really make sense, because after she says all of this and she's apologizing to Karen for ruining her party or whatever, and she's talking about how she want to apologize on Gary's behalf too, and Karen is like, girl, don't do that, okay? And she's telling her that it's not your fault, and she's telling her to stop crying, and Fatima's basically like, I second that, and Danny's like, I third that or whatever, right? And of course you have Maurice listening at the door, and you have Rich and freaking Zach talking about what's really going on in there. What do you hear? And Maurice is pretty much like, so y'all nosy just like me, huh? He like, well, I can't hear everything, okay, but what I did hear, the little bits and pieces that I did catch, it sounds like she basically is saying that You know, she liked that big Mendigo African thing, and you know how it is. You know, he's standing tall and firm in it, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes we like the bad boys. We, you know, want the ones that we shouldn't be with. He was like, you know, I would do it too or whatever. I'm not mad at him. You know, she want to ride it. He's a stallion and all of this. And she don't care what nobody's saying. They like, damn, for real. They was like, you know, I don't, you know, Zach saying, I don't see Andy going that low. And Rich is saying, well, damn, you know, I feel bad for Jordan. And, you know, he was the best man. You know, he was like, what the hell does she see in Gary? I'm not getting. And then we seeing how we also feel like, you know, Gary has some type of mental issues, and there's definitely something wrong with him. And again, Maurice is like, yeah, that's probably true. His ass is crazy, but you know, sometimes you go for the crazy type. You know, he would too. And they like, are you being serious right now? You know, he over here talking about insane in the membrane. So he's like, yeah, I'm being very real. You know, I'm being honest. And so the ladies come out, you know, and we all saying goodbye. Sabrina want to stay behind and clean. Rich saying he'll help her. Maurice talking about, I gotta go, girl. Okay, I can't help you. I know I said I would, but I got some other things to do. And Zach is saying that he gonna wait downstairs in the car for Fatima once he asked Karen if she need a ride, and she was saying no, that, you know, Danny was gonna take her. And they like, well, from what she's saying, this is real. And, you know, I don't know what else we could do about it. You know, she do have a history where she be going back and forth to Gary, so it just kind of is what it is. And so they all go to leave, but when Andy come out, she's pretty much saying to Fatima, like, you still here? Fatima's like, yeah, you're not gonna get rid of me that easy. Like, I know it's something else that's going on. Tell me. So of course she just starts to spill the beans to Fatima, and I'm confused. I'm like, why couldn't we have done that when all the girls was here? I really thought it was more about her being scared of him overhearing it, like I said on the bug. But if it wasn't about that, it was like, why wasn't it said? I also thought it was weird, you know, just side note, speaking back on the shower, that Karen didn't choose Andy, who's always kind of been the closest one to her, to be the baby's godmother. But, you know, nonetheless, I digress. So she starts telling, you know, Fatima everything, because Fatima was like, I don't believe that story you were saying for 1 minute, you know, spill the beans. And she's like, I know you don't. And of course she lets him know that, you know, Gary's in deep with this cartel, and he basically put the funds that, you know, 100,000 of their money he used to donate to Jordan's campaign. So now he's tied in with that. He also has these pictures and video, whatever have you, that he could put out. And she's like, I'm stuck. You know, sometimes we just have to make these sacrifices. I'm running out of options. I don't know what else to do. And Fatima's basically like, you know, Andy, and pulling her in for the big old hug, you know, letting her know that I got you. Of course, we know that Fatima's going to be trying to think of some kind of plan that she could possibly help her with. Now, you know, Zach goes home. He's with Mike or whatever. You know, we go ahead and let the nanny leave, and he's telling him how he's going to be a big brother. He's going to have a sister. You know, how he had an older brother. He didn't grow up with him, and he's hoping that Mike was going to have a different experience than him and grow up real close with his sister. And, you know, maybe we're going to have another brother or sister too. Now, even though Zatima and Sistas seem to just be two completely different universes, we know that that is more than likely happening. But to be honest with how everything been going, I'm like, child, that's the last thing y'all need to be damn talking about, okay? But we get over to Jordan, and he's actually done went and washed his ass. He together now, because the last time Rich and Tony went by him, he was a hot mess, and they were saying how bad he had the whole damn place stinking. And he actually has fixed himself up, and seems like he's working on things with his campaign. And Rich kind of interrupts him, of course, comes straight from the shower to put him up to speed, asks for him to speak to him for a minute, and tells him everything that went down at the shower. At first he's laughing like, oh, what happened? You know, the dudes got into a fight over, you know, the two baby daddies. And it's like, nah, it wasn't that. You know, you won't believe what I just witnessed. It was actually Andy. And of course we let him know that she is getting married to Gary. And he's like, nah, you can't be right about that. He laughing like, you know, was he high or drunk? And he's like, yeah, he probably was. But the fact is that they announced it in front of everybody, and, you know, Andy agreed to it or whatever. She was saying that it was true. And so he's like, no, after everything he did to her, after everything he did to us, he was like, I find that really hard to believe. It gotta be, you know, more to the story than this. Something ain't right. That doesn't sound right at all or whatever, right? And, you know, Rich is saying, well, the girls, pressed her about it, and she was still pretty much saying it's nobody business, and she's gonna do what she want to do. So he's like, let me call her right now. Of course, it goes straight to voicemail. And then he's saying he want to go talk to her in person. And Rich is like, nah, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. He was like, letting him know, like, he came in there being disrespectful. He was getting on the line with all the women. And, Jordan is pretty much like, yeah, that sounds about right. And he said, at one point, even him and Zach was ready to set it on his dad going behind, right? But this seems to be what she wants. So he's just saying, leave it alone. Of course, we know Jordan ain't leaving it alone. And he should know that, they ain't leaving it alone either. Now, in the meantime, Rich finally gets to Sabrina. She wants to know why it took him so long to get there. And of course, she pretty much knows, like, you stopped to tell Jordan, didn't you? And he's like, yeah, I mean, he's my boy. It felt like a no-brainer. I had to go ahead and do it and let him know what's what. And she was like, okay, well, what was his reaction? Oh, well, of course, he was upset. He really don't believe this. He want to understand why the hell this is all happening. He like, but, let's not focus on that. You sounded like you really had something important that you wanted us to talk about. So, what's going on? What's the tea? So, child, of course, she want to tell him about Zamani and how she feels like he's going to be the one to be able to be this baby daddy. Okay, he stepped up to be the daddy that stepped up and want to step in. And he's like, huh? The guy from your job that you work with? And she's like, yeah, well, he works at corporate, so we don't technically, work together. And he's like, are you sure this is not something where he trying to get with you or y'all trying to be intimate? Like, you don't know this man from a hole in the damn wall, okay? Because, of course, it just was really random that this dude decides to come back up to her after doing the interview with her and being like, well, I always wanted kids and I actually wouldn't mind sharing my sperm with you. I've actually shared with the sperm bank many times in the past. I don't have any type of bad medical history. If you want me to go to the doctor and get checked out, I can do all of that. And we start to have this conversation about him being a potential donor. And now she wants to share it with Rich. And although I don't agree with Rich and I don't even understand why we having this conversation and why we're doing the back and forth, if you know that I want kids and you don't, and you actually even insinuated that I would probably try to set you up and get pregnant on purpose by you and all this other stuff, like, why are we here? Because outside of the whole kid situation, if you just look at Rich and Sabrina on the surface, it actually looks good. It looks like they would make a good couple. But when we know that we want two different things, and that type of situation is like, what else is there to talk about? I can't make you want one and you can't make me not want one. And if I'm literally going through the process of getting the injections and all of that, then what are we really, saying here? So from that standpoint, I get that. The flip side, I'm also looking at Sabrina like she got 3 damn heads, because you don't know this man. You have been doing all this research, supposedly, allegedly, that goes into getting a donor, finding out their background and what they have and what they don't have to see who you want to possibly choose as a donor. And this man that you literally just met the other day is like, oh yeah, let me give you my sperm, but everything's okay. I just want to give it to you, and I know that I'm not going to have any contact and be in the baby's life actually, or none of that. Just something I want to do because I want to be nice. That don't seem a little suspicious to you? You don't want to dig a little bit deeper and look a little bit more into it? That is a little weird to just, pop up. So I'm just like looking at that side of it too, where I could see Rich saying like, really? Some dude you don't even know just pops up and he just so happened to want to give you your sperm, and does he like you? Is there something more going on there? She talking about no he doesn't, which obviously is a lie. Obviously he do, and she's saying he gonna get tested and he gonna get vetted and he gonna see if everything checks out and he'll donate his sperm and it'll be her embryo. He's not gonna have any relationship with the child, because he's like, how does this work? And that is a valid question, right? And then he's a Muslim. Is he gonna nut in the couple, whatever? Is he gonna be connected in your life? And she said, well, yeah, he is gonna be connected, because he would always be technically the child's father. And when they get older, if they want to know who the father is and they have questions about the father, I would like to be able to give them that information, on it or whatever, right? And so he's kind of laughing, just still trying to take it in and, basically in disbelief. And she's saying, like, oh, well, this is not a big deal. Honestly, I don't see why you getting all crazy about it. And she also says, well, this really doesn't have anything to do with you. We're new friends and he just wants to help me out. And I really don't see the issue. And whether you, like it or not, this is something that basically is going to be my decision, right? And you know, you don't have to like it or whatever, and it's at the end of the day her best option, the next best option that she has. But I'm like, is it really, Sabrina? That's the question, and that's only a question that she can answer for herself. You know, we do know that she has been very serious and very dedicated to this. It's not like it's a surprise or a shock. However, Karma, I didn't expect her to be moving that fast with this guy. Now, Tony comes home. He's laughing as he's walking in. You know, he's on the phone. He cuts the conversation as soon as he gets in. He's telling Danny, yeah, I heard the shower was buck wild. I done spoke to, you know what I'm saying, Rich. And he's like, let me jump in the shower for a minute and wash my damn behind because I'm smelling a little funky before you go ahead and tell me your version of the story. And she like, well, let me smell you. And when she does, she like, yeah, you get your ass in here. So, of course, his phone is going off, going on. We getting calls from the ex-wife. We also getting a whole bunch of text messages, and she like, that's interesting. You know, she texting about how this is the best anniversary gift that she ever got, and she like, you know, in other words, you've been playing in my face. You're making it seem as if I'm crazy. You know, once he comes out the shower, she's like, you know, it's all in my head and you're telling me how I'm jealous, but why is she sending you pictures that's like this? Why, you know, which is basically her with nothing but her damn bra on. Tony is playing the game of, oh, you went through my phone, and she's like, no, I didn't go through your phone was going off like crazy, so I didn't know if it was an emergency or not, and I looked at it, I checked it, you know, I was answering or whatever, and I just so happened to see this. But the point and the principle of it is, you've been making it seem like I'm crazy and when that she didn't want you, when all honestly, she has to want you, because why would she be sending you this? Oh, I don't know, and I can't control that, and I'll be telling her all the time that you my boo and I'm riding with you. Okay, well, why do you have to constantly repeat yourself? Obviously, that means that she's not listening to you. Maybe you need to go ahead and say it another way. But now he's going to tell her that she's insecure, she's jealous, she needs to stop this. We get to the point where it's like, I'm tired of this, I'm not going to deal with this no more. You know, oh, well, what does that mean? Well, you know what it means, and we're not even going to stop, because mind you, he's saying you're not going to let me dry off my body or nothing before we talk about this. And she's like, what the hell does drying off your body have to do with anything, right? Your mind can still think and you can still talk. He literally ready to walk out the door with the towel on, and then she's like, you're just going to leave with the towel on? And he's like, yeah. She was like, well, as a matter of fact, it's my towel, so you could go ahead and drop that. So now we going to leave out butt naked, I'm assuming, to get, you know, dressed in the hallway, and we'd rather do that than sit and actually have a conversation as two adults. So I'm like, girl, Danny, this is what you gave her Preston for, girl, I guess. Now we get to Gary just still playing along with this. We so-called making wedding plans. We got this planner here who's saying all the different magazines she been in, how, you know, smaller weddings are better, they're more intimate, and how she does such a great job. And Gary like, okay, yes, we all here for it. As soon as the lady leave out, of course, Andy's fake smile leaves, and she's looking all sad and something, but he's like, bitch, get over it, okay? Fix your damn face. Nobody cares that you're upset. Nobody cares about your feelings. You better continue to play along with this. You are going to be mine. This is going to go through whether you like it or not. And she's like, can I just please leave? Okay, can I go? He going to talk about some drop your panties. She talking about some, oh, it's that time of the month. Girl, when I tell you I'm so tired of damn Gary, and I'm tired of him being able to get the upper hand, I'm tired of him intimidating and having freaking Andy shook. You know, he want to keep her panties so he could smell them all day. I wanted her to take them damn panties off and choke the hell out of him with it, but of course she didn't. She takes them off, she throws it to him or whatever, and we go to the office, and we, you know, gonna be moping around and on the verge of damn tears all over again or whatever, right? And Sabrina, you know, is basically getting a call from Zamani where he's like, you know, I went to the doctor. We should know everything. We should be able to move forward. You should have this quick, fast, and in a hurry. And she over here, oh, if I wasn't at the job, I would be yelling and screaming. I'm so excited. You don't know how happy I am. And I'm just like, this is moving too fast again. That's all I can say on that. Now, Andy's at the job and gets a call for Penelope where she's like, girl, what the hell happened? What is going on? I know that this has to do with Gary because Jordan is telling me that you and him broke up. And she's like, well, when the hell did you speak to Jordan? How do you know? And it's like, okay, I spoke to him the other day, Andy. Tell me what the hell is going on. And of course, she pretty much confirms, even without Andy saying it, that it does have something to do with Gary. And Andy is just, you know, steadily trying to get off the phone. And she's like, don't worry, the phone is not tapped or anything. And she's like, you don't know that. And when Fatima comes walking in, she's like, I gotta go. She hurries up and hang up. And pretty much bottom line, Fatima is telling her like, Listen, girl, if he going permanently, okay, I ain't talking about him just getting up out of Atlanta. I'm talking about him being gone where he can't go, come back, child, okay? Then that would be that with that. And I'm with her 110%. Like I said, at this point, Gary either got to go to jail or he got to die. That's the only way that it ends. It's not going to end no other kind of way. Then we find out Miss Pam been over here. She's a big part of the reason why Karen has been in debt. I didn't know that, Pam. Okay, I was rooting for you. We always rooting for you. I'll be sticking up for you, but I can't stick up for you with this. When you wrong, you wrong. When you right, you right. We finding out that all these bills and all this stuff that Dan Pam been ordering, she's been billing to Karen's credit card, and she had the nerve and audacity to come talking about you want to gossip with me about what happened at the shower, girl. Yeah, I wanted to know. I only got Maurice's little part. And she like, no, I want to talk to you about these damn credit card bills. Like, this is a big part of the reason why I don't have my insurance right now when I'm owing all this stuff, and this stuff got to be paid. She had the nerve, Pam, to be like, you could borrow something from me. Borrow, girl? No, give me my money, run me my money that you owe me from these damn credit cards. Ain't no borrow. You won't be getting back a damn dime that you give to me when you was using my credit cards to get your stuff. So she's saying either that or put her in on the business. And Pam talking about oh no, I'm not going to put you in on the business. You wasn't even one that really was like, pushing for it and happy for me when I first started. That's my baby that I worked for or whatever, and going to say she going to pay in 8 months. No, ma'am, you don't have 8 months. Okay, Pam, you are dead wrong in my damn Biggie voice when it comes to that. I did not agree with that part at all. Now, we also basically had, freaking Hayden ass, right? Miss Marie is getting real bold now. She don't give a damn. Hayden, you played yourself. One thing you don't do is crap where you eat. She's coming in asking him, do you want to go to this luxurious island that I own? Of course, it's only going to be me, you, and the servants. He's like, okay, but we got to be careful. We got to move a little slow. We ain't trying to get in trouble. We trying to win your damn case. Because at first he's like, what are you doing here? And saying that there is some new things that he wanted to show her with the case. And she like, I ain't hear about that. So when she brings this up, he like, we'll see if we could work something out. And she pretty much telling him that, she don't care. And she go around to behind the back of the desk and she like, ooh, yeah, filling him up and all of that and telling him Miss Marie gonna go ahead and take care of you, even though he's saying it would look bad if they get caught or whatever and they not trying to sabotage nothing. She like, oh, you so sweet, you over here thinking with your other head for a minute. And who should come up but Tamara? And of course the damn receptionist is away for 5 minutes and she come walking in like, I know this ain't who I think it is, okay? No, you not behind this damn desk with this old ass senior citizen bitch. This is who you been screwing this whole time. And she like, ew, that gray pubic hair the other day, that's who they came from. Miss Marie talking about that's not gray hairs, that's glitter going out my coochie. I said, not glitter, bitch. I'm surprised she ain't say go. Now, Hayden, that was nasty as hell. I don't know why the hell y'all had to throw that in there. Either that was disgusting as I don't know what. So, of course, now we talking about how we going to beat each other ass. I'll beat your Botox ass. Tamara telling her, she telling Tamara to fix her teeth, telling Hayden to get his damn dog. I said the disrespect, Lord of mercy. And this is just her, Marie, just loving it and laughing, and she getting a damn thrill out of this, talking about, woo-wee, she done had some damn fun today. This is the most fun she had in a long time, okay? The ghetto. And so Tamara walking past, pissed off, Hayden chasing after her, and he telling Fatima to shut up her, and, Andy laughing, and they trying to figure out what the hell was that about. And of course, Miss Reed come behind, and they even more confused, like, what the hell was you doing here? I didn't know you was supposed to be here. She talking about, oh, don't worry about it, girl. I just left something, and I came back for it, and saying how she got this gala tonight, and she gonna be looking fierce, and they ain't gonna be ready for what she about to bring. And Andy is like, yeah, I'm sure they not. And they both pretty much like, what the hell was going on? But I said it ain't too hard to put 2 and 2 together and figure out, that picture. Let's just be real. Then you have Rich and Tony sit down and have a conversation. He's venting about Danny and, well, what are you going to do? I don't know, boys. I don't know what to do. Is it Danny being insecure with her stuff? And then, I don't know why my ex-wife is sending me these pictures. And it's like, dude, grow the hell up. You do know, okay? Then Rich talking about some welcome to my world, and he like, well, what's up with you? How's business? Well, business is booming. That part of my life is doing great. It's actually the situation with Sabrina. And it's like, but you love Sabrina, don't you? She's a beautiful woman. She got a great job, by the way. You got a great great job. Y'all both living y'all best lives. He's like, try being a damn, VP or whatever. Even though I supposedly make all this money, this is what Tony's saying, and I work at the damn bank. I mean, not the bank, but the airport. I don't know where hell all of this, money goes to. And especially with having 2 kids. And he was like, if that's really the only issue, I'm not understanding. Why wouldn't you want to have a child with her? So he's like, I don't know. I just always kind of wanted to be more stable and have a better life before, I try to provide, for a child or bring a child into the world or whatever. And he was like, so you going to sit here and let her have a baby with another man? Like, let me get this, straight. I don't understand what exactly is the problem. You got to find this woman. She got a good job. She got great teeth, great credit. Where's the problem at? She wants to have your damn baby. That seemed like the only area where is something going on. And then he's like, I know you right. When you say it like that, it does sound crazy that, as hell or whatever, right? And then it's like, damn, I messed up or whatever. I don't want to lose her. She is the one. I do think that she's the one, but is it too late, y'all? And do we even give a damn? That is the question. But yeah, y'all, that was basically what was going on with Sistas. Y'all put it in the comments and tell me what y'all thought about this episode, what y'all thought about the other 2 episodes, because of course, as you know, I had a loss. I thank y'all for the condolences, the prayers. I am trying to get back on track. I actually, God willing, will be joining Candy Love and Monique 69 Ways for a Live, and we'll talk a little bit more about this episode, but I still just wanted to give some of my own little thoughts on it. And y'all join me for that if y'all can. Give me a wave. Let me know y'all came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you were so inclined. So next time, y'all. Toodaloo.